UFC Fight Night, Sandhagen versus Davison Figueiredo takes place this weekend. I'm going to be going through my entire predictions. You can already kind of see them right there, but I'm going to do a kind of a in-depth breakdown for all of these fights. Um, if I don't break down to this very specific detail, every single little detail of what I think is going to happen with the women's MMA fights, I'm sorry. I just don't fucking care that much. I'd break down the like more important ones, like maybe women's title fights or title eliminators. Maybe some like women's MMA superstars like Alexa Grasso is one of them, I guess. I think she's fighting at UFC 315 on the undercard under Shevchenko. I'll break that one down more, but the first fight on the card, Juliana Miller versus Ivana Petrovic, I believe it is. I'm just gonna go Petrovic. I don't know. I mean, yeah, 93% of Tapology's picking her. I don't really pay attention to these lower level women's MMA fights. I mean, Juliana Miller's 3-3 MMA overall. I think 1-2 in the UFC, as well as Petrovic is also 1-2 in the UFC. How did she get signed off of a loss? She got signed to the UFC off of a loss. She was two and one. If you just do the math, she was 2-1, and then got signed to the UFC. Um, Petrovic, I guess, decision. It's fucking banger right here, dude. Fucking can't wait to see how this one ends. I don't know. She's also a heavy favorite. She's a moderate underdog. Petrovic, I guess, decision. Probably 29-28. Probably rounds 1 and 3. I would say she gets. Julia, how are these? Okay, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be fucking rude. How are a lot of these like women's MMA fighters still signed? They cut, or they didn't re-sign. I don't think they cut him, but they didn't re-sign Taylor Lapulus, right? They let him go, but Juliana Miller is still in the UFC. Another thing, um, another one that really pissed me off, Andrea Lee. She was on a 5-fight loss streak, and I think it ended at six-fight loss streak. I don't understand how a lot of these fighters are still on the roster. Um, like the only like men's MMA fighter I would think that they kept around that long was like Tony Ferguson, but that's because he was such a fan favorite that they kind of had to keep him around. He was like, oh well, I know I'll snap my loss streak this next time. I'll snap it this next time, and then by the end he's like, all right, I might not snap the loss streak, but I at least want to do one more. And like BJ Penn, I think had like a 7-fight loss streak as well, but they kept him around because he was still kind of a star. Like fucking everybody still paid attention to him because former champ. Um, fought GSP. I don't know. I don't understand how some of these like women's MMA fighters are still in the promotion. I mean, Petrovic shouldn't be cut. She's like 1-2 in the UFC, but if your overall MMA record is just barely even, I think she's gonna go negative this weekend. She's gonna be 3-4. Your overall MMA record is fucking cooked, buddy. I swear, if they don't cut her after this, that's gonna be crazy. Cause I don't know. I feel like I'm yapping about it too much, but that is crazy to me that you're 3-3 overall and you're somehow in the UFC. We don't see people with like not a lot of MMA fights and experience in the UFC in general. I don't know how she got signed. Like, I mean, it's very rare that we see anyone like signed to the UFC when they're like got like 2 or 3 fights overall. I think Bo Nickal's an example, but he's been wrestling for a very long time, and he competed in grappling tournaments, and he had the Contender Series fight, so at least he's kind of got that. But other like prospects like on in the regional scene have to go like 6, 7, 8-0 before they even get a shot on the contender series. And once they get their shot on the contender series, then they're like, okay, maybe we'll bring you into the UFC if we liked your performance. She was 2-1 and got signed to the UFC somehow. I don't know if there's additional context to this. I don't know what promotion that is. I could probably check it real quick, but I don't recognize this promotion off the top of my head. City Life, please don't kill me, because I don't watch MMA nearly as much as you do. He probably knows what fucking MMA promotion this is. But for me to be able to recognize it would at least be like, oh, okay, well, at least I recognize that one. They've got some notoriety. But going 2-1 in this promotion, it seems, gets you a signing off of a loss to the UFC. I don't know. Going Petrovic. I think that's how you say her name. She's also Croatian. Um, I feel like foreign women's MMA fighters do better than American women's MMA fighters. Like, I mean, I don't know, is what it is. But yeah, I'll go Petrovic's decision. I was kind of yapping about um just how she got signed. I'm kind of just baffled by that, but whatever. Up the card, Dontel Mays versus Thomas Peterson. Okay, so the battle of Shamil Gaziev's children is here. Thomas Peterson got fucking flatlined by Shamil, got left hook put out cold. And Dontel Mays, I think he just lost like a unanimous decision to Shamil. I can actually check right now. Yeah, so right hook, not even a left hook. I fucking don't even know what I'm talking about apparently. And then Shamil Gaziev decision. Also lost to Walter Walker. I'm not gonna MMA math this because like a lot of people would be like, oh well he got knocked out by Shamil, but this guy survived a decision. I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna pick Peterson to win this one because I think Walter Walker is okay, but he's kind of a heel hook merchant. Like he kind of he heel hooked one of the Tafa brothers, and then he heel hooked Dontel Mays. And he also lost to, I forgot who the fuck it was. He lost to one guy who that's his only win in the UFC. He's lost to Shamil, he's lost to a couple other people at heavyweight, but his only win in the UFC is Walter Walker, and it was because Walter Walker didn't shoot enough takedowns. Like he was getting the takedowns whenever he did shoot them, but he just decided not to shoot takedowns in that fight. I have no idea why. He could have won so easily because every single time he shot a takedown, he got it. Um, it's like I think it's Lucas Bursky, I think is the guy at heavyweight that Walter Walker lost to. Walter Walker was undefeated too, so he lost his undefeated record. That hurts his like his I guess star power, but there's not very many stars at heavyweight. I wouldn't consider Walter Walker a star. I mean, he kind of had some star power, like in my opinion. Like a lot of people are talking about him, like Johnny Walker's brother. Johnny Walker's fucking at one point, people thought Johnny Walker was going to be the guy to beat John Jones, and then he had his brother undefeated coming into the fucking UFC, looked like a decently grapple heavy like guy. I don't know, and we kind of found out Walter Walker isn't really all that. He's all right, but he's not, he's not the best at like anything really. Um, he's kind of just okay and well-rounded, but that Bursky fight really taught me a lot. And it's just like if you lose to Walter Walker now, that's gonna hurt like my perception of you as a heavyweight fighter. But in general, heavyweight is a very very difficult um division to predict unless if it's at the top of the division. Like if you get me matchups at the top of the division, I could be like, yeah, I think this guy wins. I think that guy wins. I'm confident. This I have no fucking idea because the lower rankings of heavyweight are so like low IQ and they're just fat guys. They're just fat. They're just fat and the heavyweight division is so shallow in general that like the UFC kind of just has to keep these guys around and they kind of just have to and they're just waiting for prospects. I mean, for fuck's sake, dude. What's his face? He fought Tafa. Talison Teixeira is ranked after one knockout in the UFC. He had a great performance on the Contender Series, but one knockout in the UFC. Now he gets Derek Lewis in a main event. I'm not 100% sure if that's canceled or not because I don't remember seeing that on Tapology. Maybe it got moved down to 3 rounds. I think that fight's still on. Another thing about that, UFC, when are you guys going to fucking learn? Stop feeding your heavyweight prospects to Derek Lewis in a fucking crowded fight night main event. What has happened the last fucking 5 or 6 times you guys have done that? Derek Lewis kind of getting his ass whooped and then just knocks him out in the third round. Decides he wants to knock them out. Stop giving the prospects to Derek Lewis. He will continue to knock them out. And I know you're paying Derek Lewis a lot. He stepped up for that DC fight for I think UFC 200 was it? Dude, no, that was UFC 200 was Silva versus Cormier. I can't remember exactly what UFC event it was, but he stepped up because DC's original opponent had fucking pulled out, and I know they're paying Derek Lewis a lot. Like I know that for sure. There's no way he can just fucking run around in a Lamborghini getting speeding tickets like it's nothing. Like, he's making good money. Stop feeding the prospects to him because he will fucking knock them out. You're going to have to pay him another 50K on top of what you're probably paying him. Probably 300K to show, 300K to win. Either way. The battle of Shamil Gaziev's children, I'm going to go Thomas Peterson. I mean, he beat Muhammad Usman. Who else did he beat? Submission on the Contender Series. Jamal Pogues lost to him. Jamal Pogues, UFC championship level fighter Jamal Pogues. But if we go over to Dante Almeida, who's 11-8 by the way, that's a fucking ugly ass record. Rodrigo Nascimento, I believe Rodrigo was cut or they just didn't re-sign him. Hey, he beat fucking old ass Arlovsky almost 2 years ago. Kyle Machado. I don't even think he's still in the UFC. Lost to Shamil Gaziev. Lost to Walter Walker. I guess Thomas Peterson is my prediction. I'm gonna guess that this is either gonna be a first round finish or it's going to be a very very boring 15-minute decision, where it's kind of just tap at the leg, jab, jab 1-2. Like just kind of that for 15 minutes where Dontel Mays is just barely getting outdone, and it's not a close competitive decision, or it's a close decision, but it's not like, oh dude, I wonder who won this one, dude. Holy shit. No way, guys. Who won this one? Like it's gonna be like, oh, I wonder how that round was close. I wonder who's gonna win this one. It's 1-1. Clear. There's two clear rounds to one goes to each guy, and then there's just a very close round in between, and you're just kind of like, oh, I wonder if they're gonna give it to this guy. Hmm. Oh, they did. Cool. Thomas Peterson though. I don't really like. I find it difficult to care about a lot of these matchups, especially at heavyweight and women's MMA, when there's no like this doesn't really change anything. Thomas Peterson's not going on a fucking run after this. He's not gonna be Dante Almeida and be like, oh, dude, all right, fucking time to fucking fight Taliesin Teixeira, time to fight Derek Lewis, time to fight maybe another unranked guy, and then fucking once I beat him, I become ranked because heavyweight only has 30 signed fucking heavyweights right now. 30 of them on the entire heavyweight roster. There's 30 of them, so you basically beat two guys and then you're ranked. Um, oh, now that I'm ranked, fucking Sergey Spivak. After Sergey Spivak, Jouton Almeida. After Jouton Almeida, I'm coming for that Aspinall fight. Like I don't. There's no future like for Peterson really in the sport. I don't think. So it's difficult for me to care about this matchup because it's just like, okay, is he going to go on a run? No, they're just going to feed him to another heavyweight prospect who's undefeated, who probably juiced on the regional scene. After he had to fucking hop in the testing pool, he becomes dog shit in the UFC. That's probably who they're going to feed him to, and then he might fraud check them. So Thomas Peterson, 29-28, somewhat competitive in one of the rounds, 1-1 going into the last round probably. Super competitive last round. Or not competitive, sorry. I don't mean to use the word competitive. Super close last round because competitive implies that it's high level skill and, actually a good fight. Yeah, I'm just in a fucking bad mood today. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of shitting on fucking everything. Um, Gaston Bolaños versus Quang Lee. I believe I'm going Bolaños. Yeah, round two knockout. Um, trying to. I don't really have notes for this. I kind of just improv these. I mean, I probably had a reason for picking all of my picks when I made them. Probably gonna just remind myself. I think Quang Lee's on a two fight finish skid. No, just one. Okay, and then Chris Gutierrez. I don't think Chris Gutierrez is that good. I don't rate that. Like if you lost to like okay, this is at bantamweight. Let me think. If you had like a Vinicius Oliveira loss, like you're just in the UFC, right? Bantamweight. You've won like two, then lost one, then won another one, or you're on like you've got like a loss on your resume, and I'm like, okay, who did you lose to? If I see like a Vinicius Oliveira on there, I'm like, okay, well that's a really good fighter at bantamweight. That's okay. I that's fine. That's not going to influence my pick. But if it's Chris Gutierrez, I'm just kind of going to be like, ooh, Chris Gutierrez isn't like I don't rate him that highly. I don't really, rate that as a loss. Marcus McGee, I do kind of rate. Marcus McGee is a really good fighter in my opinion. Um, Also Gaston Bolaños, I pick him because he kind of does have some star power. So if it's a close decision, I think it will go to him. There's some star power there because he kind of looks like Ilya, and people have been making memes about that, like fucking the past couple months. I've seen people editing his Marcus McGee fight, where he got knocked out, and they're like, Ilya's scared, bro. He ain't fighting Islam. It's a fucking meme. It's hilarious. I think there is some star power to him. A very little amount. I'm not saying like, oh, dude, he's the next thing at fucking bantamweight. No, I'm not saying that, but there is some like star power behind him. I also do think he is really good. Marcus McGee is a really good fighter. I believe he's ranked right now. Marcus McGee beat Jonathan Martinez. He should be ranked at bantamweight. I'm pretty sure he is. Marcus McGee, I believe there was rumors of Marcus McGee fighting fucking Peter Yan too. I think Marcus McGee is really good. I wouldn't fault him for having that loss. Like Quang Lee's losses, Long Zhao is pretty decent, right? Chris Gutierrez, I don't think is that. I don't rate that as a loss, but fucking Gaston Bolaños, Marcus McGee, who's his other loss? Okay, split decision in Bellator. That's fine. HyperX, count your days, dude. Count your fucking days. My headset turned off. I know why it turned off. It turned off because there's been no audio playing through it, so it's a battery saver. But if you can detect that I'm talking into my fucking microphone, maybe don't turn off my fucking headset. Make me look like a fucking idiot. Anyways, Marcus McGee. That's not a bad loss. I think Marcus McGee is really good. Um, I think Marcus McGee is really good, even though I picked Jonathan Martinez to beat him. But that is a lack of fight IQ on Jonathan Martinez's end because he could have gotten a calf kick TKO in the third round, but he didn't. I don't know why. You see him limping on it. You know you're down 2 rounds. Kick the shit out of his calf, dude. Fucked up my parlay. Bitch. You'd probably beat the fuck out of me if you saw me hearing the way I'm talking about you right now. Fucking pussy. I'm gonna get jumped by a UFC fighter one of these days. Marina Rodriguez versus fucking Jillian Robertson, dude. The fucking people's main event. No, I actually am kind of hyped for Jillian Robertson. She's kind of on a streak right now. Marina Rodriguez, it's kind of tough because her two most recent losses are split decisions. I thought she clearly lost the Jessica Andrade fight. I remember that fight. I don't remember exactly the rounds, and I remember hearing it was a split decision, and being like, what the fuck? Because like I was watching it was UFC 300, I believe it was. I remember watching her versus Jessica Andrade, and I was thinking Andrade clearly won in my opinion. The fuck? And I also picked Andrade, so maybe that's why I thought she clearly won. Maybe I should maybe rewatch that. No, I'm not rewatching fucking women's MMA to predict women's MMA. Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh, I'm just trying to risk not sounding like a fucking casual. It's got me thinking, oh, maybe I'll fucking rewatch women's MMA. Jesus, chill. Um, and then I think Yasmin Lucindo was the other one. Yeah, yeah, okay. Split decision. I think I wanted Yasmin Lucindo to win, so I thought Yasmin also beat her because I predicted it on my Tapology. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Julianne Robertson's kind of on a streak right now. Michelle Waterson Gomez, Polyana Via. Oh, because Marina Rodriguez is pretty decent, like in my opinion. One of your wins is fucking Polyana Viana. Is this going to be a fraud check? No, I'm kidding. I'm still picking Julianne Robertson. I think she'll win. Um, a lot of people are going submission. I think decision. I don't really. I'm not confident in women's MMA ending in a finish. There's a lot of men's MMA who I would be like, yes, this fight's probably going to end in a finish. I'd actually put money on it. An example of one of those would be Dominic Reyes versus Anthony Smith. I actually did put money on it. I got it, bro. I got it so good. The odds were perfect because I said round 2 knockout, and that's what I bet on, and that's what happened. Even though it was kind of like a pity TKO, I still just saw it happening. I saw a finish happening in the second round. I thought it would have been more of a clear finish, but it was kind of just like let's stop this. Smith is just quitting on the fucking ground. But still, however, I put money on that. There's certain fights I can see ending in a finish. I don't think this is one of those ones. So, still gonna go Julianne Robertson. She's on a bit of a run right now. Dude, fucking Julianne Robertson, dude. Freaking title run starts now. I don't know. Marina Rodriguez probably won't get cut after this loss, as I was explaining earlier. She probably will not get cut. That's fine. She's kind of still a name. You can still feed her to one more prospect before you probably should cut her, because if she loses this one, she'll be on a 3-fight loss streak. If she loses her next one, that would have been 4. But I mean, they did keep Andrea Lee around till she was 6-6. Yeah. Um, up the card. Uh, Azamat Bakoa versus Ryan Loder. Okay, I was very impressed with Azamat Bakoev's last fight against Zachary Reese. I think he's really good. Um, I don't think Ryan Loder's all that bad, but here's the thing. I might have just one parlay with Ryan Loder on it, because if you look at this beautiful, beautiful right there, plus 260 underdog, I still think it's winnable for him. I don't think he's terrible. I don't think he's just going to get smoked in this matchup. He might do, but something is telling me Ryan Loder, that much of an underdog, maybe just a $5 parlay, right? With all my other predictions. Just have him in there. That plus 260 goes fucking crazy on parlays. And it is a winnable fight for him. Like, he beat Robert Valentin via finish. He's not bad. He's not terrible. A lot of people are picking Bakov. I think recency bias, honestly. I think a lot of that is recency bias because of he just finished Zachary Reese and he's making another turnaround. Because I think I don't I swear this one was short notice, or maybe it was another fight on the card. I think this was the Seattle card. Maybe. I think this was the Seattle card. Possibly. For some reason, I feel like this was a short notice fight, and he was probably already signed to the UFC or going to be signed to the UFC because he's a fucking 4-fight win streak at LFA. It looks like. But for some reason, I feel like this was Zachary Reese was originally supposed to fight Cedric Doumbé, or no, Cedric Damas. You guys know Boot Gang. He was supposed to fight Boot Gang, and then I think he pulled out. And yeah, I mean, dude, fucking Azamat Bakoev. He's trying to make a run right now, and he's good. And you know, a lot of people will just see the fucking his name ends in a V and like, oh fucking Sandhagen, haha. That guys, that joke is still so fucking funny. Please keep commenting it in the comment sections of every fucking UFC related post. Send 2-3 years Dagestan and forget. Ha! Get it? I've said it 800 million times. Are you laughing? I don't know. I'm fucking retarded. I'm autistic. Either way, Ryan Loder does have a chance to pull this one off, but I wouldn't confidently pick it. I'm still picking Azamat Bakoev, proven himself in LFA, proven himself in the UFC against Zachary Reese, who isn't, it's not like, oh my god, he beat Zachary Reese. Give him a title shot. No, I'm not saying none of that. Dude, he's a fucking problem. I'm just saying Zachary Reese is decent. Like, Zachary Reese does have a lot of submissions on his record. Like, he's a good jiu-jitsu guy. Um, he's got decent striking. It's not like fucking top level, like, dude, this guy fucking pound for pound gives Ilya problems, you know? Pound for pound, take size out of it. This guy's a fucking lethal striker, dude. No, I'm not saying that, but Azamat Bakoev is good. I think he's really good, but I'm just saying, like, I think the odds here are a little bit crazy, and it might. I was talking to one of my chat members. I think it was Larry. Um, I might just have a fucking one parlay with him in it. Like, of all my other locks, like, I'll go through probably who I think are locks in this fucking on this card, and I'm gonna throw him on there. Like, I'm gonna throw him on there on one of my parlays with locks in it, because a lot of my locks do end up being favorites, just because, you know, the odds makers can't fucking let me have shit. But throw him on there. Fucking dude, plus 260 is good value. Just one parlay. Don't expect it to hit, but you know, if he does fucking defy the odds, it's gonna fucking feel real nice, dude. Anyways, up the card. Oh, this one. Do I really have to break this shit down? Really? Going Miesha Tate decision. No thought behind it. Just Miesha Tate decision. She coming off a layoff too, I think. Year and 4 months. Eh. You know, there's so many other fucking MMA fighters. If they had a fucking record like this, so many other prospects that would be fucking cut right now if they had a record like that. Like Cameron Simon is probably gonna get cut, right? I hope he doesn't, but he's probably gonna get cut. Meanwhile, this motherfucker had 3 in a row as well, and she's. I mean, I know she has a win here, but she didn't get cut on this stint. So if they cut Cameron Simon, count your fucking days. Count your fucking days. I get it. She's ranked. These are all ranked losses. You know, Irene Aldana, Holly Holm, Carol Rosa. I'm pretty sure Holly Holm was ranked when she lost to her, and same with Carol Rosa. I'm pretty sure these were all in the rankings, and I know Cameron Simon's unranked. But Cameron Simon does favors for the UFC. He's one of the only people who will fight the young up-and-comers. Cameron Wellmaker, Peyton Tabbitt. And then they gave him fucking Christian Rodriguez before those two fights. Christian Rodriguez, the guy who's known to fraud check undefeated prospects. Then they gave him Peyton Tabbitt. Then they gave him Cameron Wellmaker. Got smoked by both of them. Sorry, but it's true. He did get smoked by both of them. And you're going to cut him? He's not ducking anyone. You know, he could easily be like, yeah, I'm not fighting that fucking young knockout artist, up and comer. Fuck you. What are you talking about? I'm not fighting him. But no, he's like, all right. So they want to give me next. He was on a 3-fight win streak before they gave him C-Rod. And then he lost to C-Rod, but that's C-Rod. Whenever he fights undefeated fucking prospects, that dude fucking turns into fucking what casuals think John Jones is. Beat Raul Rosas Jr., Cameron Simon, Bashi. Loses to Malik Wazel Costa. I'm pretty sure he lost to him, though. Just, if you got that 0 next to your name, you fucking best count your fucking days, dude. Because he's going to fuck you up. Either way, I don't really care about this fight. Oh, you beat Chelsea Chandler. Fucking congratulate. You beat Chelsea Chandler. You know, honestly, having the last name Chandler is probably the best base for staying in the UFC and not getting cut despite having more losses than you have wins in the promotion. That is for sure the best base for his last name Chandler. Not gonna lie. because I think Chelsea Chandler's on like a 3-fight loss streak right now. I don't know. We should take decision. Maybe a 30-27, dude. Fucking domination. Run the Raquel Pennington rematch. Please don't. Up the card. You guys see it. You guys see my prediction. I'm dead ass. I am fucking dead ass. I am so serious. I am so fucking serious. Jeremy Stevens, the real hardest hitting 145er. Who the fuck is that guy? Yeah, I'm picking him. I'm picking that guy. Fucking love Jeremy Stevens, dude. Jeremy Stevens, the fucking GOAT. Holy fuck. Jesus Christ. 29-21. You know what? I don't give a fuck that he's 29-21. You know, I fuck with Jeremy Stevens. You wanna know why? Because he's always in fun fights. Oh, he's a journeyman. I don't give a fuck. Whether he's getting highlight reeled or he's highlight reeling motherfuckers, he's always in a fun fight. You can't deny that. Jeremy Stevens always in a fun fucking fight. Always trying to finish. Always trying to beat the fuck out of people. You know? Plus, Mason Jones lost to Ludovic Klein. No, Ludovic Klein's good. I don't know why I said that. He built himself back up in Cage Warriors, though, and I really like that. I kind of want to check and see the context behind his initial UFC run because I'm not going to lie, it's been a while. Yeah, it was like 3 years ago. I'm assuming he probably went like 1-2 or 0-2 in the promotion. Matter of fact, let me check. Yeah, he was one. I was right. He was 1-2 in the UFC. Ludovic Klein, he beat David Onama, dude. Oh shit. Only lost to Mike Davis and Ludovic Klein. Nope. I'm joking. Steven's still gonna knock him out, dude. Plus 360 underdog, bro. Show me the money. Show me the money, dude. No, I'm kidding. I'm picking Stevens still, though. He's still the hardest hitting 145er, but Mason Jones, like, I mean, this pick is going to age terribly. Mason Jones has got a fucking great resume. I mean, he's so much success on Cage Warriors, which we know Cage Warriors is a fucking great promotion. They produce really high level fighters, you know, and then they feed them into the UFC. Like, they're basically, what they do is for those of you who don't know, they basically build a guy up, allow him to grow and develop his skill set. Then they're like, "Yo, UFC, you want him now? You think he's ready?" And then they're like, "Yep, all right, bring him in." And dude, he beat David Onama. Oh, David Onama, I'm pretty sure is now ranked. I should check. David Onama is now ranked, and he has a win over him. Onama, yes, got a win over him, dude. Lost to Ludovic Klein and Mike Davis, though. Was this David Onama at lightweight? Okay. Mike Davis, though. Mike Davis, we know Mike Davis is good. He had a competitive fight. He clearly lost the fight, but he had a competitive fight with Fares Ziam, who we know is a fucking problem and should be getting a fucking ranked opponent. His other loss, Ludovic Klein, same boat as Fares Ziam. I don't even. Oh my god. I don't know why that keeps popping up. I think I installed something so I could play Flash games, and now it always just like, yeah, manage your extensions, bruh. Anyways, I'm still gonna pick Jeremy Stevens on this one. Honestly, if Mason Jones beats Jeremy Stevens, I don't fucking I don't care what anybody has to say. Give him a ranked opponent. Oh wait, no, he's at lightweight. No, they can't do that. Any other division, ranked opponent because of his previous resume. Only losses are Ludovic Klein and Mike Davis in the UFC. Two very good fighters, we know that. And beat David Onama. But he's at lightweight, unfortunately, where everybody is in need of a ranked opponent. There's so many unranked guys who are in need of a ranked opponent right now, like Ludovic Klein, Hawk Prost, who just beat Ribovics. I would have said Ribovics would also be on my list if, Ignacio Bahamondes got taken out of the rankings. I don't know how, but he deserves a ranked opponent. Mateusz Rebecki, um, Fressiam, Yoel Alvarez. I mean, a lot of these guys probably, I'm pretty sure, do have matchups. Like Ludovic Klein is fighting Gamrot, I think. But Mauricio Hufi, I think he's fighting Dariush, I think. I think. A lot of these guys deserve ranked opponents and need their ranked opponent like ASAP because they've put together like insane win streaks over other like guys who probably deserved ranked opponents before they fought them. However, if Mason Jones was at like a featherweight, instant ranked opponent. Because he beat a guy who's ranked right now in David Onama and has only lost to Mike Davis and fucking Ludovic Klein. I know I keep saying that, but those losses aren't fucking terrible. If he beats Jeremy Stevens, give him fuck it. If he beats Jeremy Stevens, give him somebody who's ranked like number 25, and then if he beats them, straight into the rankings, dude. Straight into the rankings. Give him a ranked opponent. See, when there's actual fucking shit on the line here, I love it. And you want to know what this does? You want to know what this does? If this is what I'm talking about. I don't give a fuck about the outcome of this fucking fight. I don't. I'm just being honest with you. However, what the fuck was I gonna say? Yeah, and this fight, as I was saying earlier, both these guys win that I picked in these fights. Nothing changes. Nothing changes, right? However, Mason Jones wins. Another prospect. He built himself back up at Cage Warriors. He's back. Let's give him some good matchups. Let's fucking, help him out. Like, let's fucking cool. Young prospect back in the UFC, built himself back up. You can spin that narrative. Oh, like he's promotable in that sense. You could be like, yeah, first time around in the UFC, fed him to the wolves. He wasn't quite ready. He was a little younger. He was 26, 27. Gave him some time to go back to the regional scene, put in some work. Now he's fucking ready. Now he's back. Now he's stronger than ever, dude. That's great. If Jeremy Stevens knocks him out, as I'm predicting, which is going to age so badly, Jeremy Stevens knocks him out. You know what you can do? If Jose Aldo loses his fight to Amien Zahabi, which he won't, I think Aldo's going to win that one. But if he loses somehow, run the rematch. Fuck it. Run the rematch. Why not? Both guys retire. Double retirement fight. Both guys get packages. Both guys are fucking legends. Either way, this is a fucking win-win scenario, dude. If Jeremy Stevens beats him, you could argue the fucking Jose Aldo matchup as is. Because, like, Jeremy Stevens has been in the UFC for a long-ass time. He has some wins on his resume that are still like, damn, okay. He beat that guy. He knocked out Josh Emmett! Either way, dude. I love this matchup. If he does knock out Mason Jones, though, that is kind of fucked. I have so much shit to say, actually. If he knocks out Mason Jones and the UFC decides to cut Mason Jones, count your fucking days. Count your days, Dana, Hunter Campbell, all of you. Count your fucking days. Because in Minecraft, I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to oil you up. Because if she stays in the UFC after she loses, if she stays in the UFC and Mason Jones gets cut after potentially losing this fight to Jeremy Stevens, I'm coming for you. Anyways, holy shit, I've just been yapping for 40 minutes now. That's fine, though. This is fun. I enjoy this. Cameron Smotherman versus Sergey City. I'm not picking a Canadian fighter to win a fight ever again. The last good Canadian fighter was GSP. and I think he used up like all the potential like skill that Canada collectively has. Like he just like kind of, you guys know what I'm talking about, like the way I'm trying to say this. Like he used up like all the plot, like not plot armor, but like all the skill that a country can offer to a fighter, like plot wise and shit. He used it all up. You guys, dude, you guys fucking thought you guys had another GSP in Mike Malott. That fucking sucks, dude. I'm not picking a Canadian male MMA fighter ever again until I actually see somebody who is like GSP's level or like another GSP. Um, so I think there's a women's MMA fighter that I would pick though. Who's what's her fucking name? Either way, any men's MMA fighters I would that are Canadian, I'm not picking you. Just fucking Canadians. Soy. Wait, other. Uh, look, yeah, I got it off. Okay, cool. Cameron Smotherman. I think Smotherman's good. I don't know how he's a slight underdog here. Sergey City, I guess, beat split decision to Garrett Armfield. Garrett Armfield is not a good fighter, in my opinion. I don't rate him as a loss, or not, sorry, not a loss, a win. Ramon Taveras, I also think that loss isn't aging the best. Ramon Taveras is not bad, but I think he fought. Who did he fight last? I think he just fought Davy Grant. I think it is. Um, yeah, I think he fought Davy Grant recently and got 30-27. Um, kind of just got shut down the entire fight. Ramon Taveras. I'm not saying that Ramon Taveras' loss to Davy Grant is a. I'm pretty sure it's Davy Grant. You guys probably know who I'm talking about though, if it's not Davy Grant. Um, it, it's like I don't think Ramon Taveras is the next thing. He was a decently hyped up prospect. Um, I don't think he's the next thing though. I don't think he'll ever be ranked. I'm sorry. I really do like Ramon Taveras. He's liked my IG comment a couple times, so that immediately, and my autistic little brain makes me like him more. But I'm sorry to say this about Ramon Taveras. I don't think he'll ever be ranked, and it's just like to have that as a loss on your on your resume. I just he can't. Ramon Taveras can't get past like. I know he knocked him out of the contender series. Fuck. To have him out as a loss though on your resume, split decision, whatever, close fight. Ramon Taveras lost to Davy Grant, and Davy Grant is one of those guys where it's like you have to be able to beat him to become ranked. Like Davy Grant is one of those guys who will stay around and fuck up the young and up and comers. Not necessarily the prospects, but the guys in the division who are just outside of the rankings, who are kind of like on their way to getting ranked. Davy Grant will fuck you up, and if you can't beat him, you're not beating anybody who's ranked. That's just how it works at bantamweight. Just how it is. That's just how it is. Um, and he lost a split decision. I know he knocked him out. Okay, yeah. I don't know. Ramon Taveras. But Smotherman's good, dude. Like, he beat Jake Hadley, and Jake Hadley, I rate Jake Hadley. Jake Hadley is good in my opinion. I'm pretty sure Jake Hadley was also cheating in that fight too, unintentionally. I think he got Jake Hadley fucking, I think groin kicked him twice, and then maybe eye poked him. It was like that. It wasn't like he was grabbing the cage or anything, I don't think. But from what I remember in that fight, Jake Hadley, I think, poked him in the eyes and groin shotted him and then got a point taken away from it. Jake Hadley got cut from the UFC after that fight, or not cut. I think they just didn't re-sign him. But I do think that Jake Hadley is good. I think that like if I see like on your record that you have a win over Jake Hadley, I'm like, oh, okay. And it was up a weight class, I know, but like Jake Hadley's good in my opinion. So, and you're losing to Ramon Taveras. I don't rate Ramon Taveras. I know you beat him. I know you knocked him out, but I'm picking Smotherman decision. I think Smotherman's gonna fuck him up. He honestly could see a late finish. I could see a round 3 TKO. Smotherman's good. He does have some power too. It looks like he has some good jiu-jitsu too. Anaconda choke. I fuck with Smotherman. I think he's good. The babyface killer. Didn't know. Yeah, fucking that. Yeah. All right. Next fucking fight up the card. Montel Jackson versus Daniel Marcos. I actually think Daniel Marcos is extremely overrated. Extremely overrated. Split decision with Davy Grant. Extremely close fight, from what I remember. Unintentional fucking groin shot. Whatever. Unanimous decision against Castaneda. I don't rate Castaneda. And split decision against Adrian Yanez. I'm trying to remember this one because yeah, that was 4 months ago. That's where I can remember that. So I didn't rewatch a lot of. I didn't do a lot of tape study for this card. I kind of just did it off of my memory. I do need to do tape study more often. I don't think. I think I scored it for Daniel Marcos. I think I scored it for him. Montel Jackson is good too. Damn, he's got to be ranked. What the fuck? I guess he's just not ranked due to inactivity because it looks like he does fight like once a year. No, Ronnie Yahya. That's a decent win. Damon Blackshear aging better and better as time goes on because Damon Blackshear just won. I'm pretty sure last weekend. I already forgot who the fuck he got a win over. Holy shit, my memory is fucking ass. Either way, Montel Jackson should be ranked. I think if he's not. Nothing but green on his last 5 fights, dude. I think he's gonna knock out Daniel Marcos. I think he's gonna fraud check Daniel Marcos. Daniel Marcos has gotten away with 2 very close split decisions. I'm pretty sure I thought David Grant won the fight against him, but I'm pretty sure I thought he won the fight against Adrian Yanez. Um, the fuck are y'all doing? Hey, be nice. Sorry, my cats are fucking trying to kill each other. Um, Either way, yeah. Montel Jackson, second round knockout is what I have picked. I don't think Daniel Marcos is that good. I know he's undefeated, but I think he's probably, other than Rinya Nakamura, I thought he was out of all the undefeated fighters, I thought he was the worst. Other than Rinya Nakamura, I kind of knew Rinya Nakamura wasn't all that. I had a feeling about his last fight. I think he fought. Who did he fight? He fucking fought some dude from the Middle East. I forgot. Oh my god, I already forget. At UFC 311, I think it was. Rinya Nakamura cooked everybody's parlays, but I had that gut feeling. I was kind of like, dude, I don't know if Rinya Nakamura. Gaffarov, I think it was. Gaffarov, I think is the guy he fought. I don't think Daniel Marcos is that good. I don't. Montel Jackson, round 2 knockout. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Daniel Marcos overrated. Montel Jackson second round finish. Cuz like I don't see him like outdoing him in the fight. That's my thing. I don't see Daniel Marcos outdoing Montel Jackson, and I don't see him getting a finish either. Like I don't see him getting a finish. And I don't see him outdoing Montel Jackson. Like if anybody's getting a finish in this fight, it's Montel Jackson, and I also just don't think that Daniel Marcos is going to be able to outpoint him and win a decision. So, Montel Jackson, second round finish. Ponzinibbio versus D-Rod. I think I picked Ponzinibbio. This is kind of just like one of those fights where it's like, boy, whoever loses this one is going to retire after their next. D-Rod, I fuck with D-Rod, but I'm sorry. I'm picking against you, man. I fuck with D-Rod, dude. I fuck with D-Rod, but I'm picking against him. I also do think his time in the UFC is coming to an end. which kind of sucks because I fuck with him heavy. Like, I really do. I think he's a really cool guy. I'm pretty sure he trains with Ian Gary, though, but I think Ponzinibbio's better, dude. Split decision. We know Mikel Pereira's fucking dog shit, dude. We know he's dog shit. We just watched him fight Abbas Magomedov and lose. How did you fucking lose to Mikel Pereira? Everything I knew about fucking Mikel Pereira that I thought I knew, out the fucking window after his last two performances. Now, if I see that fucking red L and I hover over it and I see Mikel Pereira, I don't care if it. I don't remember this fight. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't care if it was a robbery. I don't care if it was a close fight that should have gone to Ponzinibbio. How are you not finishing Mikel Pereira when he has one exchange of cardio? If I see that you have a loss to Mikel Pereira after Mikel Pereira's, I know this might just be recency bias. After Mikel Pereira's last two fucking performances, if you have lost to him, you either got caught, which sucks, unfortunate, Iho Portieria, Mikhail Oleksiejczyk. You either got caught or you're just a shit fighter. Because Mikel Pereira, no gas tank, dude. No gas tank. Anthony Hernandez chucked this dude around for 3 rounds, 3.5 rounds, because the first round it was kind of competitive, you know. I think I scored round one to Mikel Pereira because he had hurt Anthony Hernandez to the body, almost finished him. Would have been perfect for my fucking prediction. Mikel Pereira, who I picked by round one TKO. Motherfucker. Oh my god, I just fucking separated from reality there, dude. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, and then for the next 3.5 rounds, because I think it was if I remember correctly, it was fifth round knockout. Um, he got 10-8'd back to back to back into the fifth. Fifth was on the verge of being a 10-7. Then they stopped it. I kind of wanted them to not stop it. I kind of wanted to see how that would have been scored because I had it 10-8, 10-8, 10-8, and then the last round was on the verge of being a 10-7, but a 10-8. How would you even read out those scorecards? That would have been okay. Write this down. I got to do some math for this shit. A piece of fucking paper. So 10-9 in the first. Hernandez, and then 8, 10, 8, 10. Sorry, I got autism, dude. And then we'll just say the last round would have been a 10-8, even though it probably would have been a 10-7. So that would have been 49. And then 16, hold on. If I did my math correctly, and I'm not retarded, the scorecards would have read out had this is so unrelated to the fight I'm breaking down right now, but Mikel Pereira versus Anthony Hernandez had the last round had it gone to decision, and the last round would have been a 10-8 because I believe all those rounds I had 10-8s. I had round 1 10-9 Mikel Pereira, round 2 3 4 a 10-8 for Hernandez. Had the Yeah, my shit disconnected again because there's no audio playing through it, so it tries to save its battery. Happened earlier. Had the last round been a 10-8 for Anthony Hernandez as well, and it would have gone to decision, they wouldn't have stopped the fight. The scorecards would have been 42-49 for Anthony Hernandez. If I did, because that's 16 plus 16 plus 10. 16 plus 16 is 32. 32 plus 10 is 42. So 49-42. That would have been one of the most unique scorecards ever, I think, in my opinion. 49-42, dude. That's so unrelated. I'm sorry. I just had to fucking do that. Muslim Salikov split decision. Kevin Holland beat your ass. That's fine. Alex Morono, okay. Carlston Harris. I think I'm just gonna TKO in the second round, maybe. I'll fuck with D-Rod, though. Losing to fucking Kelvin Gastelum. Fuck Kelvin Gastelum, for real. Like, fuck Kelvin Gastelum, right? But you lost to him. I know the fight was supposed to be at 170. And then Kelvin's like, yep, not gonna make weight. I'm fat as fuck. I can't put down the fucking fork. I can't put down the tacos that I posted on my YouTube channel saying, on the show of my YouTube channel called Missing Weight with Kelvin Gastelum. I can't put down the fucking tacos and cut weight like every other fucking athlete. You fat fuck. Sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be talking to fighters that way. Ian Gary, Neil Magny. Yeah, if you're losing to Neil Magny, dude. Sorry, Neil Magny is an interesting, submitted via Darce joke. Ian Gary took him out, too. Gastelum beat you. Split decision with Alex Morono. Dude, he knocked out Alex Morono. Not trying to MMA math it, but I'm going Ponzinibbio via finish. Slight underdog, too. It's kind of crazy. I don't know, co-main event. Reinier de Ridder, I'm picking him to submit Bo Nickel. This is probably the most accurate odds we've ever seen for a Bo Nickel fight. Or not accurate odds, sorry, closed, like, he's not, where he's not like a fucking plus, or like a minus 1 million favorite, dude. I think Rainier's going to submit him. I think Rainier's going to be the guy who takes Bo Nickel 0. A lot of people have been asking or like theorizing on who it's going to be, who's going to be the guy to take Bo Nickel 0, because I feel like a lot of people have had that sentiment of, dude, he's going to get fraud checked one of these days. You know, oh, who's going to be the guy to fucking fraud check Bo Nickel? I don't think it'll be a Hamzat. I think it's going to be a Reinier de Ridder. A lot of people talked about the Hamzat Chimaev matchup. Dude, his ceiling is Hamzat. Dude, he'll fuck up everybody else. But once he gets to Hamzat, the Dagestani wrestling, even though he's from the fucking Caucasus, which I know Dagestani, like Hamzat Chimaev's Chechnyan, I believe, not Dagestani. But I guess he looks the part, so they say he's a Dagestani, even though he's not. But you know, he's Chechen, but they're like the Dagestani wrestling. But even though he's Chechen, dude, that'll beat American wrestling any day. I think Reinier de Ridder might submit him. I could see Reinier de Ridder. I want to say Darce choke. I want to say Darce as Bo Nickel's going for a takedown, or a triangle where Bo Nickel does get the takedown, but Reinier de Ridder does what Paul Craig couldn't do. I think Bo Nickel's going to try and take Reinier down, but because Reinier doesn't have the same reputation as Paul Craig does, for he's so fucking dangerous off of his back. Watch out. Look what he did to Jamal Hill. Look what he did to Ankalaev. You know, oh, he'll fucking throw up a triangle real fast. Careful, dude. He's so dangerous off his back. Reinier de Ridder doesn't have that reputation, so I think Bo Nickel might try and take him down and maul him, and then Rainier's just gonna fucking throw up a triangle, or fucking pull a guillotine, or fucking slam in a Darce choke, lock in a Darce choke. Those are my 3 things I think he's gonna do. It's only 2 losses are to the same guy. He fucking beat the shit out of GM3, dude. And then subbed Kevin Holland. Okay, the Kevin Holland one, whatever, but GM3, being able to GM3 is kind of fucking crazy. I think Rainier's good. I think he's really good. I know he's goofy. I know a lot of people said that about his GM3 fight. Oh, dude, look at how goofy he is, bro. His striking's so fucking crazy. Look at his physique. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I called De Ritter. I think in my prospects getting fraud checked video, I'm pretty sure I said that he's going to get fraud checked. I don't think Bo Nickel's the guy to do it. I think weirdly enough, I think it's a Brendan Allen, a Jared Cannonier chinning him, a Vittori just not being able to fucking get finished. I think RDR's ceiling is a lot higher than just Bo Nickel. I think his ceiling is like, honestly, honestly, I think his ceiling is someone like a Whitaker or a Braulio. Maybe a resurging Cannonier who's trying to go on one last run. Cannonier just beat CLD, so he's kind of on a resurgence. I think RDR can beat a lot of the guys in the rankings though. I think RDR, I think he's good. Okay, a lot of people think he's shit because he looked terrible, or I guess I'm pretty sure a lot of people said he looked terrible against GM3, or at least he looked goofy. He dropped GM3 in the first round and almost put him out cold. 10 more seconds in that round, GM3 is fucking unconscious, lying there on the canvas. Concussed. Fucked up. Brain damage. I think RDR is good, dude. I'm tired of pretending he's not as well. I'm tired of pretending that RDR is just some goofball who's DDP's second coming, who's not good. I think he's really good. I think he's going to submit Bo Nickel. Would I put money on it? Probably not. But I have this feeling that he's going to be the guy to fraud check Bo Nickel. I think Bo Nickel, because RDR will shoot on him as well. Like I think Bo Nickel's going to try and be the aggressor in this fight. Like in his last fight against fuck, what was it? He fought, why am I forgetting this? Paul Craig. He in terms of grappling was not trying to be offensive, and Paul Craig will never be offensive with the grappling. He's only going to be defensive off of his back. But Bo Nickel was only aggressive in the striking, somewhat aggressive when he was kind of just tippy-tappy go to a decision with Paul Craig. Close fight, by the way. Making it close with Paul Craig, not being able to fucking chin him. Braulio, the decision merchant, chinned Paul Craig. Sorry, that needs to be said. Braulio, you are a bit of a decision merchant. I'm sorry. You are, and I'm tired of pretending you're not. I know you almost knocked out Cannonier. I know, whatever. Anyways. Paul Craig. Close fight with Bo Nickel. I'm pretty sure it was 29-28. Could have gone to Paul Craig. After rewatching it, first round was close. Bo Nickel's ceiling, I think, is an RDR. I think is a Brendan Allen. I think is a fucking... Fuck, dude, even Vittori. I think Bo Nickel is going to try and be aggressive in the grappling because he doesn't view RDR as the same threat off of his back as Paul Craig. I think he's going to be aggressive in the grappling, and I think that's going to get him caught. I think he's going to get caught in a submission. I don't think he's going to chin Rainier de Ritter out cold. One of his only knockouts is Val Woodburn, and Val Woodburn's a fucking welterweight, I'm pretty sure. Short notice. From what I remember. If Val Woodburn, you submitted Cody Brundage, cool. Holy shit, UFC 300 was a year ago. That was such a good card. Such a great card. Sorry. Paul Craig, cool, dude. You beat Paul Craig. And you beat Cody Brundage. Like, I'm sorry, these are cans. These are cans. Say what you will about fucking Gerald Mearshart and Kevin Holland. I know Kevin Holland kind of had a stint where he was going through like a quitter phase and whatnot, and then he kind of finally bounced back against fucking Gunnar Nelson. I know GM3 is considered all memes aside, I know he's considered a can, but I think GM3 to beat him where he's the best and submit him, and he also dropped GM3 badly in the first round, dude. I know he beat Kevin Holland because he was just so much bigger than him. But like these are cans. Jamie Pickett, Val Woodburn. I don't care that Val Woodburn was undefeated when he fought him. Val Woodburn is bad. I'm sorry. Cody Brundage, he is a fucking can. Paul Craig, I'm sorry. I love Paul Craig. I fuck with Paul Craig heavy. But he is kind of a fucking can, dude. I know he beat Ankalaev and he beat fucking Jamal Hill. And he's fraud checked multiple undefeated up and coming prospects by being able to just fucking throw up a submission out of nowhere. I believe he also took Kennedy Nzechukwu 0. I'd have to double check that, but these guys are fucking cans, bro. They are cans. I think Rainier's better. I think he's better. I think he has faced better opponents. Okay. Kevin Holland, Paul Craig. Which one's a more impressive win? And also the way in which they beat them. He submitted Kevin Holland in the first round. You took Paul Craig to a very close decision. I'd give that 1 point to Rainier de Ritter. Gerald Mearshart versus Cody Brundage. Who do you think's better? I'm saying GM3. Cody Brundage is fucking Val Woodburn versus a GM3 or a Kevin Holland. Jamie Pickett. I think RDR's faced tougher opponents, and I think Bo Nickel's gonna get fraud checked here. I think Bo Nickel's getting fraud checked. I'm sorry. I just think he is. I think Bo Nickel's getting fraud checked. This is the closest the odds have ever been for a Bo Nickel fight, by the way. Something also to think about. There is a sentiment that Bo Nickel will get challenged here by the odds makers, which is crazy because the odds makers against Paul Craig, he was like a minus 800, I think it was. Against Cody Brundage, he was a minus like 1200. They didn't want anybody making money off of Bo Nickel. Against Val Woodburn, I'm pretty sure he was also like a minus 1000. Here, he's a minus 280. He's a plus 225. Big underdog, I know, but I think this is my underdog pick, dude. And I know I have sorry, we're gonna move up to the main event here. I kind of just I think Rainier de Ritter is gonna win, but I was picking Figueiredo. I am now picking Sandhagen, and there's a reason for that. I was originally picking Figueiredo, but there's a couple of reasons why I'm switching my pick to Sandhagen just now. I just forgot to save it earlier. Originally, I was picking Figueiredo, right? But then I looked at the odds, and I was like, the fuck? Plus 320 underdog? What? What do you mean? He just lost to Peter Yan. Like, I mean, Peter Yan's really good. Like, also Sandhagen's lost to Peter Yan. Right there, right? Yeah, Peter Yan. I know that Corey put up a better fight than against Peter Yan than Figueiredo did, because Figueiredo had moments in the fight where he did kind of drop Yan once, I think in the 4th round. And I'm pretty sure it was 49-46. You give Figueiredo the 4th round because he dropped Yan in the 4th round, even though I'm pretty sure he was still getting outlanded. I know the moments of the fight were competitive, but it was a clear Peter Yan win. And Corey Sandhagen's fight with Peter Yan was kind of similar, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Corey won the 1st round, and then Peter Yan just like made all his reads he needed to make in the 1st round, then just schooled him for the next 4. But I'm pretty sure it was a lot more competitive. Like, it was a lot more close. I kind of want to rewatch that one. But still, the odds is my first reason I'm switching my pick. Why is he a minus 450? Why is Figueiredo such an underdog? This means, in my opinion, what this means is because I don't think that if you ask an MMA fan, yo, Figueiredo, I know he's kind of on a run. Do you think he beats someone like Sandhagen? Do you think he has a close fight with him, competitive? Maybe even Davison Figueiredo finishes, Sandhagen. Like, I feel like had you asked people before the Peter Yan fight, they would have picked Figueiredo. A lot of people would have been like, yeah, no, that's a close fight. this means to me that the odds makers know something we don't. Figueiredo might be injured. He might be going through something. And then I checked Figueiredo's Instagram. He looks very out of shape. Assuming that is recent pictures of him. I mean, I'm assuming they're current, recent, because they were posted like 2 days ago. Like that's what the post said, posted 2 days ago. I know that he could have posted them 2 days ago, but that picture could be from any time. But he looks really out of shape. Like he looks like I don't want to be a fucking asshole when I say this, but he looks like melted ice cream. Like he kind of looks a little bit chubby. Hopefully he makes weight. Like I'm doubting if he's even gonna make weight for this fight. You know? Like I would have given more analysis on this fight had this not been the case. But I'm picking Sandhagen purely because Figueiredo looks out of shape and he doesn't look like he doesn't look good, dude. He doesn't look good. And the odds are the thing. It's fucked up, but I don't really feel like I have to give any other analysis. I would have picked Davison Figueiredo round 3 knockout. Um Probably going to go Sandhagen round 2 knockout now. Figueiredo looks extremely out of shape, and I think Sandhagen's probably going to knock him out or just dominate him. Which really makes me sad because I was very interested in Davison Figueiredo's run he was making at bantamweight, and I thought, dude, he's beaten Rob Font, he's beaten Cody Garbrandt, he's beaten Marlon Vera. Sorry, Cheeto. He beat Cheeto. I just forgot the name. I knew exactly who I was talking about, and I remember the fight too. Close fight, by the way. Competitive fight. Uh, I was like, dude, he might get a title shot, dude. He could be a two division champ. That'd be really fucking cool. He was really good at flyweight, which it had me questioning for a moment. Why aren't they just giving him the title shot after beating Cheeto? I know Cheeto shouldn't be a, oh, you beat him and now you get a title shot, but in the sense that Davison Figueiredo, flyweight champ, had defenses, all that shit, has been established, has a lot of legacy. I've seen them do less, or I've seen them do more for people who have done less. And I'm just kind of confused as to, like, dude, he's moving up. Why not just give him a fucking title elimination, dude? I don't know. But now I'm doubting the Davison Figueiredo bantamweight run. I know he was making a run for the title at bantamweight, but he's also 37. He's getting old. I think he's done. I think this is probably his last fight because there's no future for him at flyweight, I don't think. Unless if he thinks if he loses this fight, goes back down to flyweight for one more, if he can even make that weight anymore. Goes back down to flyweight, wins like a title eliminator with Royval or some shit. And then it's like, okay, we're running the Pantoja rematch because the Pantoja rematch, he beat Pantoja the first time. Um and Pantoja needs to clear that off his resume, I think. Like low key, he kind of needs to clear that off his. He needs to clear that one up if he wants any chance at flyweight goat. You know. So I don't know. That's the only thing I see if Davison Figueiredo sticks around is a potential fight with Pantoja. A potential fight with Pantoja, a rematch if he goes down and wins and earns it. Because I think he's gonna lose this fight. I just don't know where his career is going after this. So where's his career going? You know what I'm saying? Like where's his career? Like what's next for him after he loses this? Because I think he's gonna lose it because he just doesn't look good. Imagine he fucking proves me wrong. That'd be crazy. Um, Sandhagen's gonna win. He's gonna look for title elimination after it, I think. Because no one fight win streak for a title, dude. Either way, Davison Figueiredo. I'm trying to figure out like what his career is gonna be after this because I think he's done. Like I think he's done. Davison Figueiredo rematch with Pantoja. I guess he's getting old. Like there's not much like left for him. Like I don't think he's gonna beat Sandhagen, and then he's gonna have to get another win to get a title shot. Like he's gonna need the win over Sandhagen, and then he's gonna need the win over like a Marab coming off a loss to Sugar Sean O'Malley, or a Sean O'Malley coming off of a loss to Marab to get a title shot. He's two away from a title shot right now. Had he beat Peter Yan, he'd probably be booked to fight Marab right now, but that's not how that went. You know, Peter Yan won. He's two away from a title shot, and I don't think he's going to get those two. He might get one, maybe Sandhagen, and he's going to lose to like an O'Malley or a Marab. So, or an Umar, fucking Umar. He'll probably lose to Umar. I think Sandhagen's probably going to finish him or just win all 5 rounds. It really makes me sad because I was really excited for Figueiredo's bantamweight run. But unfortunately, I mean, he just lost to Peter Yan, and now he doesn't even look like he's in good shape for this fight. He looks like he's in bad shape. Like he could be sick and just doesn't want to pull out. He could be injured, so he can't exercise properly, or he could just be not taking it that seriously anymore. I don't know. I don't know. So we'll see. Um, hopefully I get proven wrong badly in this prediction. I hope Figueiredo wins. I've been rooting for Figueiredo at bantamweight, but I think just the way he looks recently, that's so sad, dude. I'm actually so upset about that. Um, hopefully I get proven wrong in the main event. Hopefully I get proven right in the co-main event, and hopefully in the I think this would be the first fight on the main card. I get proven right. Either way, those are my predictions. Let me know if you guys have any disagreements with me. Think I'm stupid. Think I'm missing something very clearly. Um, yeah, just let me know your disagreements. And be like, no, you're actually a fucking idiot. This is why Davison Figueiredo is gonna win, or this is why Bo Nickel's gonna win. Um, so yeah, let me know your disagreements. Let me know all that shit. We can debate about it in the comments. I will see you guys. And of course, I had to fucking burp there. I'll see you guys in the next one. Holy shit, hour 20 minutes. Let's go, dude. Peace out.